I'm here to offer you a short mindfulness practice called progressive muscle relaxation with breathing. And the origins of progressive muscle relaxation are from the stress reduction field, but it's been a mindful practice for a long time to go through the body in a gentle way, just noticing the tension in different parts of the body and where there's extra tension to release it. And one of the reasons for doing this as a practice of focused attention or mindfulness is that it allows for a mind and body benefit. So I'll just very briefly describe to you how it might most benefit you. You might like to take a progressive muscle relaxation exercise sitting down or lying down. You need to be in a place where you won't be interrupted for a couple of minutes and where you can pay attention as easily as possible. So perhaps your phone on silent, maybe the door closed from other members of the family, and just allowing yourself a moment to really stay connected with your experience here. Mindfulness is a practice of focused attention and noticing different aspects of your present reality with an attitude of open-hearted curiosity, being present, and offering yourself a spirit of no judgment. Easier said than done. These are the attitudes and intentions, and they're an opportunity to come back to these attitudes and intentions when your mind drifts away or where other emotions might get stirred up. Sometimes this is also called a body scan. And so the idea of this is to notice habitual tension that gets stored in our bodies from day-to-day living, maybe from sitting forward, hunched in your chair over a laptop or talking, maybe from sitting in a seated position in a chair for a lot of the day, maybe from tension and anxiety that can kind of cause us to bunch up a little towards the middle of the body or to hold our body in postures that feel like they're bracing or supportive on the body, but actually can lead to kind of, sore muscles in the shoulders or things like that. The benefits will include the ability to stay focused on your body or your breath rather than being distracted by habitual thoughts, particularly worried thoughts or thoughts that take you, some people call them spirals, thoughts that take you into difficult places. And you might notice your mind has some real habits of mind. So mindfulness can be super beneficial in helping you to reestablish a sense of not being stuck in those ruminating patterns. And as always, just choose how you want to do this, start it or stop it. If that feels better for you, to stop it short, or if it feels better for you to go all the way through, you might like to have your eyes open or closed. And you might find as we go through the body scan that your body you have emotional responses to different parts of your body because of history, because of experiences, perhaps because of pain. So please you're invited to please go gently and just to offer some kindness to some parts of the body that perhaps don't get offered kindness that often, or that you just don't even pay much conscious awareness of. So just with that in mind, we do just start by noticing, if you'd like to lower your gaze or close your eyes, to notice that you are in a body, that you have a mind, and that the body that you're in is breathing. However you might notice that. A lot of people do find that they're aware that their chest rises and falls with each breath. Others are aware of it at the nostrils, the feeling of the air flowing in and then coming out, a little warmer in temperature. And still others are aware of it at the diaphragm. If you're a swimmer or a singer, you might be practiced at a deeper diaphragmatic breath. So just noticing how your breath is within your body right now and seeing if you can notice with those attitudes of openness, this moment, this breath, without judgment, to notice what this breath feels like, as if perhaps you hadn't experienced your awareness of your breath yet today. There's not a particular pace that you need to do. The only instruction is to invite your mind back to paying attention to the breath when it wanders away. As you pay attention to that breath, perhaps you notice a sense of curiosity, openness, or even some sense of awe or gratitude that this body will do this breath for you, even in moments today that you don't choose to focus on noticing breathing. It's part of your automatic keeping you alive system that your brain is so good at organizing for you. In the previous exercise here, we did offer the breathing exercise of noticing a smile inside your body. Here, we're just noticing the breath moving. And as you start to become more comfortable with your awareness of the breath, starting to pay attention to the top of the head, perhaps you start to notice the forehead. You may like to breathe in and give it a slight frown. And as you exhale, releasing those muscles above the eyebrows. Breathing in with a slight frown. Breathing out with a relaxed forehead. And then you might like to move your awareness towards the cheekbones. And as you breathe in, you might like to force a kind of large smile like this, or clenching your teeth. And as you breathe out, you may like to relax that jaw, allowing the teeth to relax, the jaw to relax, the upper jaws, the lower jaws. And then taking the awareness down the right side of the neck and the left side of the neck. And with your exhale, just noticing there may be tightness on one side or the other. And you may like to offer the neck the opportunity to rest a little more, noticing that when the head is supported either by your chair or your pillow or the floor or by your spine itself, when you're in an upright position, then the head weighs a little less as the spinal column takes the support of the neck. And seeing if you can find a position of ease. And then noticing the left shoulder. You may like to give it a squeeze to let it know that it's there. And then noticing the right shoulder. And you may like to give it a little squeeze and then letting it relax with your out breath. You may like to move your awareness down the right arm. Some people like to squeeze the hand and the bicep as you inhale, and then release the hand and the bicep with your exhale. And then the same on the left, squeezing the hand and the bicep, and then releasing the hand and the bicep as you exhale. Your arms may start to feel a little heavier than they were before. Just notice that. And then taking your attention to the muscles that surround from the back of the spine to the front of the belly, that wrap around and support all of the vital organs. As you breathe in, you may like to kind of tighten them up a bit. As you breathe out, you may like to let your belly sag a little. It doesn't have to work so hard if you're in a seated position, lying down, just letting those muscles soften and relax. And then paying attention to the left and the right hips. Similar to what you did with the shoulder, maybe you'd like to squeeze the buttocks on the right. And then as you breathe out, letting that go. And then squeezing the buttocks on the left. And as you breathe out, letting that go. And then similar to what you did with the arm, you might like to squeeze your toes. You might like to stretch out your right leg as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, you might like to let the toes relax and the leg relax. And then the same on the left side, squeezing the toes and then squeezing the leg, maybe stretching it out. And then as you breathe out, letting the leg relax and the toes relax. Just allowing the body now to be exactly how it is. Perhaps you'd like to take the next couple of breaths to just observe from the top of the head, through the face, the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the buttocks, the legs, and the feet. Any difference in the sensation of the body compared to just a couple of minutes ago? Perhaps you'd like to offer with your out breath just a little bit more of that relaxation, that softness, or that ease into one of those muscle groups. You might like to enjoy the feeling that you have of being able to soften into your body in this way. So knowing that this exercise has allowed you to switch out of your flight and fight, busy being a busy person mode. Just for a moment, it's allowed you to switch into the relax, rest, digest, healing side of the body that supports immune restoration of the nervous system, promotes digestion, reduces blood pressure, eases the strain on the cardiovascular system, assists your mind to come away from whatever it might have been worried about before. And maybe you caught a glimpse, or maybe you will another time, of just being. This practice is for you to use anytime you like. We know that when people do this regularly, the benefits do become accumulative, and a sense of being able to come home to your body is something that you might like to experience over and over again. I hope that you find this practice supportive to your well-being. I'm Allie Mackay from Due North Psychology, and I'll be producing more of these short clips for you over the next few weeks.